Hi, this is Lucid from Crocker Farm Auction, and I'm here with some great examples of northern bird decorated stoneware that we will be having in our March 23rd, 2019 Stoneware and Redware auction. And now we've been in business for 15 years at Crocker Farm, so we've sold like 25,000 pieces, 25,000 lots of American stoneware and redware pottery. And really, I can't remember an auction where we had this many really nice northern bird decorated stoneware vessels. And so I wanted to show some of them to you. So here's 3 of them. They all have birds on stump decoration. And let me tell you that this style of stoneware with this pure South Amboy, New Jersey, whitish clay, and then slip trail decoration is something that a lot of collectors prize and really gravitate towards. But it began around 1840 in Rochester, New York, at the pottery owned by Nathan Clark, the influence of John Berger and Thompson Harrington, where really the focus shifted from form of American stoneware and just utilitarian quality to decoration. And they really discovered, and I think consumers of stoneware really gravitated towards this style of stoneware. They discovered that they could make the body of a stoneware vessel really a canvas for artistic expression in a way that hadn't really been done before, with slip trail decoration. So they could take cobalt slip and pour it out of a slip cup, which had been done before, but they could use it to paint artistic decorations in cobalt on this pure white clay and really make it a canvas for artistic expression and really please the consumers in that way. So the stoneware made around 1840 in Rochester, New York was really kind of the epicenter for this style, and it spread out very quickly. I mean, really by the 1850s, potteries throughout the Northeast and then even down into Pennsylvania really embraced this style of stoneware production. So I wanted to show some of it and really how far it spread. So the pottery in Whately, Massachusetts of S.D. Kellogg, this was in the 1850s, used this style of slip trail decoration on stoneware. And this is one of the best pieces of Whately stoneware that I've seen. Whately's very rare to have elaborate decorations. And this is one, and you can see this is, an example of what people like for, folky decorations in stoneware. So this is a bird on stump. It's very abstract. These trees, these fences. They can communicate a lot with just, monochromatic decoration in cobalt oxide on this kind of dead tree, bird, long-tail tree, fence on the other side. Just a beautiful decoration, very rare. S.D. Kellogg, Whately. This, Ottman & Brothers, Fort Edward, New York, is one of the folkiest peacock decorations we've ever seen. It's really outstanding, fun decoration. And you can see a lot of times these potters would do the same decoration, or stoneware decorators would execute the same decoration over and over again by rote. This was a free flowing decoration, probably copying one by another Fort Edward pottery, their standard peacock, or even from J&E Norton. I'll show you an example of their stoneware later. But it's just a fun peacock that the decorator employed. You can see the negative space for the eyes of the peacock tail. And what's really interesting and fun is that the decorator forgot to include legs and feet on the bird. So it just makes it very fun. And you can see, the cobalt is so thick on this piece. So they executed it perfectly out of that slip cup. It's raised, it's even fun to feel. And here's another bird on stump, Hudson, New York pottery. Very rare mark. And this is a decoration that the decorator had employed obviously countless times because they executed by rote in the Norton style. But look at this, big, bold bird, filling almost the whole front of this jug. And this was made again, in the 1870s, the Hudson, New York pottery. So birds on stump were kind of a common decoration that a lot of the potteries in the Northeast favor, both in New York State, Vermont, Massachusetts. And then another decoration that is, bird decoration that was popular, these pottery decorators love to show their patriotism, was the eagle decoration. This was at J&E Norton, and they were probably, by the 1850s, really became the style center, big booming business up in Bennington, Vermont at the J&E Norton factory. They had some of the best decorators, John Hilfinger, who also worked in Fort Edward. But this is one of their nicest typical decorations, which is the hawk. You can see the movement in it, flying over ground cover. It really communicates so much information just with the monochromatic cobalt oxide slip. But other potters employed eagle decorations. The William Warner factory in West Troy, near Albany. This is one of the best William Warner eagles I've seen, just in the way it was executed, so crisp. But this decorator, really communicated tons of information with abstract movements. This is just curlicues with the slip cup and then dots throughout. But he executes perfectly a federal eagle with banner. And that was made, these are both 1850s. And then this West Troy pottery, again, Albany area. This is like 1870s. And this is a one-of-a-kind decoration for this pottery. It's an eagle over ground cover, but holding the American flag. So oftentimes, stoneware became a means of political expression as well. And obviously, the decorator of this jug wanted to communicate his patriotism in this jug. It's just a beautiful example, and really conveying what these decorators could communicate with expert use of a slip cup on this pure white South Amboy, New Jersey clay. So we're just thrilled to offer all these pieces, and we have a lot more actually. I could only show you these 6. We have a lot more great examples of northern figural decorated stoneware and birds in our March 23rd Stoneware and Redware auction.